It was the year 1900. A group of Greek sponge divers, seeking shelter from a violent storm, anchored their small boat near the remote island of Antikythera. When the tempest subsided, they decided to explore the waters beneath them. One diver, Elias Stadiatis, descended into the deep blue. He soon returned to the surface, his eyes wide with a mixture of terror and wonder. He spoke of a haunting sight, a field of corpses, human and animal, scattered across the seabed. Human. Animal. The ship's captain, Dimitrios Kontos, at first dismissed it as a hallucination. But when he dived himself, he found the truth. It was not a graveyard of bodies, but a graveyard of statues. They had stumbled upon an ancient Roman shipwreck, a time capsule resting silently for 2 millennia. The divers had discovered a treasure ship, lost to the waves around 60 BC, laden with priceless artifacts. It was a vessel of immense cultural wealth. Bronze and marble statues, elegant glassware, fine pottery. An official salvage operation began, the first of its kind in history. For months, the brave divers brought these long-lost treasures back into the light. For decades, the fragments of the Antikythera mechanism were painstakingly studied. Researchers peered into its corroded heart. Labs used X-rays and CT scans to look inside. From that imaging, a breathtaking picture emerged. This was no simple trinket. It was an astronomical calculator of astonishing complexity, a portable model of the cosmos. Its purpose was to predict the movements of the heavens with remarkable precision. It could track positions against the zodiac, the sun, the moon. It could tell the exact phase of the moon on any given day, a celestial map animated by a symphony of turning gears. But it went even further. Not just for astronomers, a guide to Greek life. It predicted eclipses, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. A spiral dial on the back mapped a 223-month Saros cycle. Spiral dial close-up annotated 223 months, Saros. To understand the Antikythera mechanism is to marvel at its physical form. What survived was a collection of 82 fragments. The largest fragment is a testament to sublime craftsmanship. Originally it sat in a wooden box, about the size of a large book or a laptop, with bronze plates front and back. On the front, a single large dial with concentric rings. The face of the cosmos. It showed the Greek zodiac. It showed the 365-day Egyptian calendar. Pointers, now lost, would have swept across the dial, indicating the positions of the sun, the moon, and the planets. An elegant, intuitive display of the heavens. The true genius was hidden inside. A hand crank on the side drove the mechanism, turning it powered at least 30 gears, perhaps as many as 72, interlocking bronze gears. Each gear was cut with watchmaker precision, triangular teeth meshing perfectly. The existence of the Antikythera mechanism really forces us to ask a profound question. How could it possibly exist? Placed in its historical context, this device is an anomaly of staggering proportions. At the time it was built, around the 2nd century BC, the most advanced tech was simple devices like simple levers, pulleys, basic water pumps. Roman engineering was impressive in scale. Aqueducts, roads, grand buildings. Yet nothing in the archaeological record comes close. It's a leap in technology that defies explanation. After the fall of Rome, much ancient Greek knowledge was lost. The craftsmanship needed to make such a device vanished. Not until the 14th century do we see similar tech. Close-up medieval cathedral astronomical clock. Even those clocks were simpler. They couldn't model the irregular movements of the planets. They couldn't predict eclipses with the same mathematical elegance. The Antikythera was essentially 1,000 years ahead. Imagine showing it to a medieval scholar. Imagine showing it to a Renaissance artisan. Leonardo da Vinci would have been astonished. The mechanism seems like a branch of technology that blossomed, then died out. A single brilliant flower blooming and then withering. What other wonders were lost? The most tantalizing mystery of all is not what the mechanism did, but who made it. Who possessed the genius to design such a thing? The device itself offers some clues. The inscriptions are in Greek, and the calendar is based on a Corinthian system, suggesting its origins may lie with a Greek colony, perhaps Syracuse in Sicily. This was the home of the legendary mathematician and inventor, Archimedes. Archimedes lived a century before the mechanism was built, but he was known to have constructed a bronze sphere that showed the motions of the sun, moon, and planets. The Roman writer Cicero described seeing it, and it sounds remarkably similar to the Antikythera mechanism. Could the mechanism be a later version of a device designed by Archimedes, part of a tradition of mechanical engineering that he founded? It's a compelling idea. Archimedes was a master of levers, pulleys, and geometry. He had the theoretical knowledge and the practical skill to conceive of such a machine. Maybe the knowledge was passed down through a school of his followers, who refined his designs over the next century. The legacy of the Antikythera mechanism is not simply that of a single remarkable object. Its true significance lies in how it has reshaped our perception of the past. For a long time, we viewed the ancient world through the lens of its texts, its philosophy, and its art. We saw the Greeks as thinkers and the Romans as builders. We understood their intellectual achievements, but, honestly, we vastly underestimated their technological capabilities. The mechanism proves that their genius was not confined to parchment and marble. They were also master engineers, capable of a kind of precision and miniaturization that we thought was a modern invention. It has added a new, vibrant dimension to our understanding of antiquity. It also serves as a powerful lesson in the fragility of knowledge. The tradition that created the Antikythera mechanism did not survive. Wars, the burning of libraries like the one at Alexandria, and the simple decay of time can wipe out entire branches of human achievement. For 1,000 years, the world lost the ability to make such things. It reminds us that progress is not always a straight line. Civilizations can lose as much as they gain. The Antikythera mechanism is more than just an ancient computer. It's a message in a bottle, a whisper from a distant past. It tells us we are not so different from our ancestors. They too looked up at the stars in wonder. They too sought to understand their place in the universe. And they too used the full force of their intellect and creativity to build tools that could bring the cosmos within their grasp. The device is a profound expression of the human drive to know, to measure, to comprehend the world around us. It's a link that connects us directly to the mind of a Greek astronomer who lived 2,000 years ago. It invites us to remain humble about our own achievements and our own place in the long story of human innovation. We stand on the shoulders of giants, but some of those giants have been forgotten, their names and works erased by time. The mechanism is a powerful reminder that history is full of surprises.